Breezy's girlfriend, and I guess she passed. But there's a conspiracy theory going around. Okay, and I tweeted about it, and I'm gonna talk about it on here. Like I said, he's a rapper, okay, and I guess this is his girlfriend who passed away, and her name's Raven. So, if you missed it, the rapper 600BREEZY or Bleezy, I don't really know who he is, but he posted a text from his girlfriend, and on Instagram, you can go see it now if you want. But basically, the text is like a long text, and she's basically saying like how sad she is, and like she's on some bridge, and like, you know, basically about to commit bluicide, you know. So the internet now has a conspiracy theory. Okay, first block of the night. And hear me out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please don't comment who's this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyways, apparently the internet is saying, based off Raven's family, okay, second block of the night, that they don't know how he received a text from her, because how did he have her cell phone? Or does he have her cell phone, you know? And basically they're saying, when was the text sent to him? And what time and what date? Because apparently she was unalived on August 31st, and they didn't find her until the 6th. So, you know, some days had passed. This is the conspiracy theory that the internet has. And again, I tweeted this. There's a voice memo on my Twitter if you want to go listen to that, whatever. But basically, the internet is claiming that maybe, and this is all alleged, maybe that she did not take her life. And maybe he fake texted himself from her phone, because in the text to him, it was like she was saying to him, oh, I'm on this bridge and it's so pretty, basically insinuating that she's going to jump off the bridge. This is the thing. If she did, why wasn't her phone in the water? Like, how was she able to text you? You know, like if you're on a bridge and you're sending a text, you know, your phone goes with you. So that's number one. Number two, if she did jump, how was she found in her apartment? You know? And three, the family is asking him to remove the post, and the family is asking, you know, multiple people to be, you know, respectful, you know? So this is my thing, because y'all know investigative indie, detective indie, you know I'm gonna make it do what it do. So this is the information I have collected, okay? I got y'all. So, mind you, I didn't know who 600BREEZY was before this. I don't really listen to a lot of rap. I listen to some rap, but I don't listen to a lot of rap. So I didn't really know who he was. So, you know, I'm like, let me go to his page, you know? Let me go to his page. Girl, you're missing the point. The phone would have been in the water. How does he have... You're missing... Just wait for the information. Just wait for the information. So anyways, I go to his page. I'm like, okay, let me, you know, see how lovey they were. Or like, if, you know, I'm going to try to get a little bit more detail, because we don't really know their relationship. We don't know if they liked each other, if they were in love, or if they had problems. We don't know. So I go on his page. You know, I see the post that the family is talking about. You know, there's like 3 of them. Okay. But then when you scroll down, no other post of Raven. He just does not post her, which that doesn't really mean anything. Like, people are private in their relationships. That could mean nothing, but he's never posted her before or whatever. Then I go to Raven's post. She barely posts him either. So that's why I'm saying, maybe it's a private relationship. But then something kind of stood out to me. In his first dedicated post to her, there's a line that says something like, why, like, it was something like, why, like, it wasn't, why'd you make me do this, but something like that, And in my mind, I'm like, that's something kind of weird to say, or I think it was like, how could you do this, or something like that, and people grieve in their own way. So, I kind of looked past it, but then I'm thinking, so then I go back on TikTok, because they're talking on TikTok, and they have more details on TikTok. TikTok is just so informational, and I'm going through the videos, and I find that yeah, that's what it said. That's what it said. It said, why'd you do this to us? And usually, because I've been in abusive relationships before, okay, and I'm not saying that this is them, but usually the abuser is like, why'd you make me do this? Why did you make this happen to us? Why'd you make me do this to you? Stuff along that line. Okay, that's usually what they say after they hurt you or hit you or whatever. I've been there. Something ain't sitting right. Okay, something ain't sitting right. The first thing was her family obviously saying that she was found in her apartment. So even if she sent this long paragraph text saying, oh, I'm on this bridge, it looks so peaceful up here, there's a few homeless people, but not a big crowd, and I'm just sitting up here, and I'm so sorry I have to blah blah blah, it was giving bluicidal note. Like, if you're gonna see it, do yourself off, that would be like the last message to someone you loved. So her typing, oh, I'm on this bridge, but you were found in your apartment, it's not adding up. Second, her mother, I guess, just asked for a wellness check on her, I think 2 days ago. So for her to have reportedly be unalived on the 31st of last month, which was like, 7 days ago? So her body was just there for a whole week. And you're her boyfriend. Now, my relationships are a little different. Okay, my boyfriend at least hit me up once a day. Now, I don't know if maybe they were on a break. I don't know if maybe they were arguing, but I've never went a whole 7 days without talking to a boyfriend that I was in a relationship with. Ever. I probably max 3 days. Probably. So I can't really say, like I said, they could have been on a break. So, that doesn't really mean much. But I just find it a little weird. So I'ma just let the universe do what it do. I'm not really into getting into deep to people's business, especially when it comes to family and, sad stuff like this, very personal stuff like this. I really don't play. But like I said on Twitter, if it turns out, now we ain't saying that this is true, but if it turns out that this man done harmed her in any way and took her phone and fake texted himself, that'll be the day. Do you understand what I'm saying? That'll be the day. However, that might not be the case. Okay, we're not detectives. We don't know the information. We're not actually police officers. But if that is the case, yeah, he will be in the pits of hell. Trust me. And then, his ex, I guess, or his baby mother or something, she was going on social media and saying, he's not a good person and he doesn't care about his kids and blah, blah, blah. And like, he's mean to women and so forth. So I really don't know. I'm not going to say that I know something for certain because I don't. And again, I've never heard of either of these people until today. But the details and circumstances surrounding it are very suspicious. Okay, I can use that word. Very suspicious. Okay. And only because her own family members, like I think it was her cousin or something, is saying, what time did she send the text? And what was the date she sent the text? Why doesn't her family have her cell phone? Why doesn't her own mother have her cell phone? Even if, say for instance, even if she sent him the text, right? If he by chance had her phone or something, why wouldn't you immediately give it to her family? If someone that I love was unalived, their family's asking for answers or whatever, I'm turning over everything of this person to the family. Literally everything that I can to help. And then, if you love this girl, you would in turn love her family as well. That's usually how relationships work. So it just seems a little off, it just seems a little off. And I know I don't know all the details. She was in a different state. You can mail stuff, girl. You can overnight stuff. That is a thing. Literally a thing. So the fact that he literally is going on, I don't care, I'm gonna post what I want, even though this is clearly a sensitive time for her family, like you should, if anything, whatever the family asks, you should be okay. Yes, absolutely. Like whatever you guys need, so even if they lived in another state, you would immediately, take the evidence to the police or send her cell phone overnight to her mother. You understand? That's just what a sensible human who cares about someone would do. So anyways, spare me in the comments. It's just suspicious, like I said. Now, obviously, the internet is going to do what the internet is going to do. We all think that there's like some sort of conspiracy with everything. I'm sure if I pop up missing one day, y'all going to have all types of conspiracy. So this isn't unusual for the internet to think one thing and, another thing. But at the end of the day, the truth always comes to the light. The truth always comes to the light. And whatever happened to poor Raven will be found out. Yeah, and that's another thing that people pointed out. In the text message that she sent, the last text, the paragraph, he did not respond. And I didn't even notice it at first because we were so focused on what she was saying to him. He didn't respond to her text. There was no response. They're saying maybe, they were broken up or maybe he was ignoring her or blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. And I can't say this for everyone, but if one of my exes is texting me some bluicidal stuff, even if I don't respond, I'm at least going to do a wellness check, or I'm going to at least reach out and be like, are you okay or something? But for him to not respond, for him to not call a wellness check, and then supposedly he just randomly found out that she was unalived. Who even knows how he found out? Because he found out before her own family. So, like I said, it's just suspicious and it just does not make sense. It just does not make sense. So, yeah, I didn't even realize that at first. I was looking at the text that she was writing and I didn't even notice that he didn't respond. But no, he didn't respond. So, like I said, the truth will always come to the light. Bless her and her family. I think it's like super sad that it just had to be so public, because now we all know this girl's business. Bless her heart. We're talking about what's his 600, is it Bleezy or Breezy? 600 Breezy and his girlfriend, basically. That was her name. Her name's Raven. So we don't know, but and even if after all of this comes to light and he wasn't involved in any way, it still is going to rub people the wrong way that you ignored her text and that you wasn't really fucking with her. But then all of a sudden, you want to post about her. Like, that's not really what normal people do. If you don't fuck with somebody, you don't fuck with somebody. Like me, for instance, I'm sorry to say this, but if someone I no longer fuck with is unalived, I'm not going to post them on my social media. I might, in my own personal space, pray for them, call my family and cry to my family or blah, blah, blah. But to publicly post them knowing I don't really fuck with them like that, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. So even if they were broken up like you guys are saying, why didn't you check up on her when she was saying she was bluicidal? It's always like too late. It's always like, why didn't I? Or like, I could have, or like, I should have. But like, why didn't you in that time? Like, it just doesn't, no. No one's blaming anyone. We never put blame on anyone. We just said it's suspicious. But as I said in the beginning, you must be new to the live. Like, this could literally all not be true. So we didn't blame anyone, actually. He never even posted her. He never posted her. I went to her page. But like I said, she didn't really post him either. So their relationship could have just been a private relationship. There are relationships out there where they're not really focused on posting each other. So we'll leave that. We'll leave that they didn't post each other, because she didn't really post him on her page either. So we don't have to use that as anything. Yeah, and you never know. Like, they could have been in the greatest relationship ever, or they could have had a bad relationship. We just don't know. We just really don't know. But it's just a little suspicious. That's all we saying. We ain't blaming nobody. We not saying, who did what. We not saying anyone did anything to her. We're just saying it's suspicious, and we're allowed to say that. I think she never posted him because he never posted her. Maybe. I think y'all digging deeper than you think. You never know. Yeah. Maybe he felt bad for ignoring her. I mean, it could be guilt. It could be like, damn, I feel torn because like I didn't text her back. So, let me make a public post. I don't know. I find that when you post something online, you're trying to prove something to the world, instead of trying to prove it to yourself. So for me, if I felt guilty about something, I'm going to call her family. I'm going to talk to her mom. I'm going to talk to her cousin. I'm going to talk to who's, closest to them. I wouldn't go straight to Instagram, but I'm not him. So I can't relate. But for me, and especially because Raven can't see Instagram. She's literally in heaven. Bless her soul. Like, that's not even a joke. But like, it just really didn't make sense for him to post her. Like, who are you posting it for? Yourself. Like, you can talk to yourself. You don't have to, so it was just very strange. Like, who are you trying to prove this to? Like, it didn't really make sense for him to post. Yep. Super sad. I don't know. They're saying maybe he could have wrote it, but if he's the street nigga, like a lot of people are telling, because I don't really know him. I've never heard his songs or anything, but like, it doesn't seem like something he would text. Like, I'm from the hood, so like, guys don't really use certain words, and like, it doesn't really seem like maybe he texted himself from her phone. I think that's a reach, maybe, because unless he's like, on honor roll and he's, I don't know, but how he has her phone, I don't understand that. I don't understand that part of it. Apparently her family is on Twitter saying like, how did she text you? Like, when was this text sent? Like, she was unalived on the 31st and we just found out on the 5th. Like, what? So I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. It's very suspicious. Nah, bro, ain't on all that. Hopefully. I don't think he would have texted that long paragraph to himself. I don't know. So, but let me say this. Her family is very much on it. So I know they will find out very quickly what happened to that poor girl. I mean, if it turns out that it was 100% Bluicide, then I'm praying and praying and praying for their family. Like, I can't imagine, especially so like unexpectedly, like, and especially when she didn't live near them, like, that has to be so heartbreaking. They don't know when the text was sent. They don't know what date it was sent, because he's not sharing that information with the family, which is also very weird. Like, if you love this girl, you want to help her family heal. You want to help her family, like, with the funeral or whatever. Like, give the cell phone to the family. Give them the information they need. When was the text sent? What date was it sent on? Does it match up with when she was unalived? Blah, blah, blah. So it's like, you would be helping this family. And that's just my thought. I don't really know the relationship. Maybe he doesn't like her family. I don't know. But it's just really very, very weird. That's all. Very strange. My phone is always dying, y'all. But the only thing that they said is suspicious is the text message. Like, they don't know when she sent that to him, and they don't know the date, and blah, blah, blah. So, who knows? But just had to let some people know, because I seen it and I was like, okay, something is a little off. Something is a little weird here. So I'm sure. And I don't know the mom or the cousin's Twitter. I'll have to go look for it.